Hi everybody, this is Violet, and today we're gonna play Planet Coaster. I have been reluctant to play Planet Coaster because it's not really a game I think that people would find me playing interesting. So I've been kind of off and on with myself about, okay, do I play it, do I not play it? So we're gonna at least take a little bit more than a cheeky peek at it. So we're probably gonna play maybe a half hour to an hour, depends on like what goes on. But yeah, today's Planet Coaster Day. Sorry I haven't been doing much on Thimbleweed Park. I plan to go back to that, but this is just kind of a nice, friendly diversion. We're gonna play challenge mode, I think. And I'm going to hate myself because when I do challenge mode, I freaking do some challenge mode. So we're gonna pick the Alpine Park. It's probably like my favorite one. Let's call this I Hate My Life and Myself. And we're gonna leave it on hard difficulty. In harder difficulties, we have less starting cash, pretty much no items researched or very little. Guest happiness stinks. They're gonna get really angry. We get more frequent breakdowns, faster ride reputation decline, and guests are really hard to attract. This mode can sometimes be impossible depending upon how you decide to manage your park. I am not a professional Planet Coaster player. I'm like in the middle somewhere between really bad at this game and really good, and it just sort of depends on my luck. So if y'all got a d20 roll for me, because I have very little idea what I'm doing right now. So initially pause. Immediately out of the gate, you get $2,000 to work with, which is basically nothing. They give you 0, so pocket change is all you get. For that, you can probably build a single one of these. And right now, this is cheap. This is the Centrum, which is, I have almost all the DLC for Planet Coaster. So except the new one that just came out recently, which I think as of this, it's like the Magnificent Rides pack or whatever. It's got like, some older rides and like a coaster or something like that. I'm gonna get it eventually, but right now we have like all but one. And it includes some of these guys right here. We can build a cheap flat ride and a bathroom and 0 scenery. So the next thing that we could possibly do is to take out a loan. And loans in this game can suck, but if I manage it, we might be able to pay off a loan and keep this park afloat. Which is why sometimes my Planet Coaster games can take like hours upon hours, because I'm busy paying off loans and like doing management. So you would think it would be smarter to take out the smaller loan, because it's like, oh, $5,000, 30% interest rate really sucks by the end of the day. And you can't do much with 5K. Like, you want to believe that you can do a lot with 5K. In this game, you can't really do a lot with 5K. Even with the additional 2K that I have right now, I can build like 2 flat rides and have a couple of things of scenery, and that's it. And you're not gonna make enough of a profit off of 2 flat rides and like maybe a few vendors to keep your park afloat. So we pretty much have to take out of the gate a $10,000 loan. Or I'm gonna have to like do some flips and tricks and stuff to keep us alive. So I'm taking out a $10,000 loan, which it looks scary right now, but it's not really that bad. This only has a 20% interest rate, so by the end of it, we're gonna pay like maybe $2,000. As long as we keep this like $1,500 a month, then we should be okay. Which means that we have to figure out how we're gonna do some profit. Whether or not I want to do research now, I don't know. And in Planet Coaster, in case you are familiar with this game, they give you basically more space than you're ever going to need unless you are a madman and you really feel like you need this much space. For comparison, I will set down a hyper jump in the center, and you can kind of see just how much room they give you to build stuff. So we're not even gonna touch, like, that little corner over there, or this little corner, like, somewhere down here. Like, all of this space we're never gonna fill that up. I'm sure there are some people who are, like, absolute mad lads, and they've done it, but we're not doing that today. I like to get really creative when I play, so I like to make things that make sense in the real world to an extent. So I will want staff rooms that look nice, and I will want to build up scenery and stuff like that. So for people who are expecting this to be like a really exciting, super great, extra entertaining thing, mileage may vary for you, because I've sat here in complete silence and have been 100% happy making a park all on my lonesome. And it can take hours. I've spent, just to give you an idea of how much time I spend on Planet Coaster, I have 200 hours plus logged into this game. I have played a heck of a lot of Planet Coaster. Probably too much time, too much human time on Planet Coaster. But I did buy it, I don't want to say on release day, because this game was a Kickstarter game. Originally. I want to say I bought this maybe like a couple months after it dropped. And, I was really excited because I used to play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 when that was the thing. But then I think after a while I kind of got bored of RCT3, and there's only so much stuff. And I was like, wow, it would be great if we got like a coaster game that was as fun as Roller Coaster Tycoon had been. And then Roller Coaster Tycoon people, I don't even know who made Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't even remember right now. Was it Activision? I really have no idea. I'm actually on my phone right now. Who published Roller Coaster Tycoon 3?
It was published by Atari, Frontier Developments, Valve Corporation, and others.
I was so wrong. It was Atari that whole time. Google, what do I do with my life?
Here's a summary from the Muse. 7 ways to find the answer to, what should I do with my life? Talk to people. Meet or call at least 50 people. Get started.
Talk to people? I'm fucked. Let's see. I'm gonna put in a little test flight ride, I think, like, right about here? Okay. And then I think what I would like to do is to have the entrance semi-close to something. There we go. Like right there, and then the exit like this way. So I can kind of make people go through that way. That makes sense, right? You might not be, you can't even see my cursor and I'm pointing at stuff. Basically, the exit is where I'm going to put the path to the thing. Yep. That's gonna totally work. And then let's go to rides. We have a Power Moves ride, which is a flat ride that's kind of like a break-dancey style ride. They're kind of cute. This little Round the World ride, which is like the baby Ferris wheel slash zipper style, like hybrid. It's kind of cute. Loop de Loop, which is, I don't think I've ever had these in one of my parks yet. It wouldn't be too bad. So basically, what I usually do is I take a flat ride. Something I think people will like, and I dress up that flat ride to like the nines. I want people to believe that they are at Disneyland, and without thinking that it's discount Disneyland. And I know that these people in this cute little game, like the little people, don't care. But I like to make stuff look really good. So even if there's going to be a couple cuts in this video, you're going to sort of see the kind of stuff that I do. What kind of theme should we have? Oh, no, I didn't even think of a theme. So one of my original themes is usually I'm going in this other park for like a Studio Ghibli kind of look, which I've already created a lot of scenery for, like just buildings and stuff. I might try to do that again in this iteration, which it'll actually be better. I'll even rename the park if I have to, because nobody hates themselves when they watch a Studio Ghibli film. Everybody loves those, as far as I know. I haven't met a single person who's disliked them. So, let's figure out well, I guess that's okay for now. I can't put down any of my buildings until we have the proper research met for those. So for scenery, I need pirate and I need fantasy scenery. And I'm also gonna need western, I think. That's gonna be money. But it says 30 days, so it'll only cost us $500. Ooh, we got a challenge. Achieve a monthly profit from coasters. We can't even build coasters yet. We kind of can. We kind of could build a roller coaster. I usually start with flat rides, though, so this is a little scary for me. We don't have a lot of options right now. We have a mine train. Whatever Zephyrus is, it's a wooden. We've got a bobsled ride, a looping coaster, a shuttle, an American Aero style coaster, motorbikes, two different kinds of motorbikes actually, the vector coaster, and the DLC, which is Copperwind Strike, or Copperhead Strike. We could do a mine train. They're relatively cheap. It says for all ages, so we've got like the most of like available to whomever decides they want to ride it. Mine trains are typically Western themed, so I'm really wondering how I'm gonna fit that in. The good thing about Studio Ghibli is that, by theming a park around, like, Ghibli-styled stuff, at the very least, we can fit in more modern things, and we can fit in, really retro stuff at the same time, because if you think about it, they kind of have a mix inside of these, like, their fantasy films and things like that. So, we can do a mine train. Whether or not I know where to position said mine cart train full of stuff, I have no idea. Positioning is like 9/10 your park. Where stuff goes is actually really important. So, where do I want the flow of traffic to go? Because I'm assuming we're gonna have kind of like a main street, like Disney style flow for the center bit. But then we need like off branching paths and things like that. And this is it. Oh, I can feel the complicated setting in. Let's just go with the flow wherever we got room, and then I'll have to build it up from there because I don't really have much of a choice when everything gets started. So even though I've built many coasters, I still haven't been like building at least one coaster of each type. So I only know basic kind of like stuff when it comes to coaster building. I'm not like a coaster building expert, so if you're expecting me to like have a good idea of what I want, you're really wrong, and it's all my fault. Let's see. So this probably shouldn't be too intense, yeah? It's only a mine coaster. Well, you want it to be more fun than that. Alright, I gotta make this entertaining. I'm not allowed to push it sideways, which kind of stinks. We might be able to turn it. Yeah, we can turn it on a curve. I'll need drive tires. Probably. Unless I want to go immediately into a drop, and I'm really not sure that going directly into a drop when you're trying to build up height is a good idea. Good news is that we can have drive tires right along here. So let's start some minor testing. What I should also do is I should say that testing kind of stinks, because in order to test a roller coaster or any other ride, you have to use the play button, and that wastes your time, so you're bleeding money, which is another reason why building coasters is kind of a pain. Because yes, this is very on purpose. All these little dummy people falling off is very on purpose. You waste time, which is not great, and you can already see that right now I've got $5,000. So from our initial $10,000 loan, we only have 2 rides, which is one baby mine train and 1 flat ride, some pathway, no vendors, and like very little. So this coaster, it needs to be somewhat profitable, or it's gonna really suck. I've only been, if you wanted me to talk like real life experiences, because I'm trying to figure out like stuff I can talk about, because I've never really had like people I can talk to while I'm making my coaster games for the most part, or while I'm doing coaster stuff. I've only been on 1 mine train coaster in my whole life, and I've been to Disney once, and I would really like to go again, because I went on the mine train there, And it was like it was a really fun, like, cute little mine train experience. I have to admit, my memory of being at Disney World, because we went to Disney World, not Disneyland, was kind of, it's kind of blurry right now, because I haven't been there in so long. Last time I went was probably like 10 years ago, and maybe I think even longer than that. So I have no idea. And I mean, some people don't get to go either, or some people just don't want to go, and that's fine. But I remember having a lot of fun on this like cute little mine train ride that was there. That's gonna scare the heck out of people. That curve right there. So we're gonna try to not scare the living daylights out of everybody who rides this ride. Let's see what we can do. Will that go directly under? Oh, it does. That's very nice. This looks fun. I mean, I don't know how fun it's going to be when when it's finished. But I mean, it's got like, you go up, you go down, you do some like flips and twisty turns and stuff. That looks pretty cool. It's got some like preset non-inverted stuff you can do. Actually, that looks like a really nice like curve to go up into. But I'm gonna have to put an end to this ride fairly shortly because we're running out of cash very quickly. Now we're this close to the end of the ride that I feel okay doing an autocomplete, which a lot of people tell you not to use autocomplete, which is, I mean, it's fairly decent advice. You don't want to use autocomplete for everything. It only gives you kind of like a way to very quickly finish a roller coaster. And I'm kind of talking to people who've already played the game. If you don't know much about this game, I'm sorry. Some of the stuff I might say will be a little confusing to you. I'm gonna try to explain anything I can really think of. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm going through different sections of the coaster and I'm smoothing the banking on a lot of these because people are actually surprisingly sensitive, and lots of stuff that you do in this game will impact how good or bad a ride is. And I want to make sure that people are enjoying my roller coasters and aren't having an incredibly horrible time on any of them. So hopefully we have enough oomph to send these guys. Yeah, that looks fun. Oh no! Frick. No, they can't go over this thing. Oh, I really need them to go over that though, because it's gonna be so much fun. Alright, we're gonna scare them a little bit. Maybe that will work. It might be just have been too high and it just couldn't go over that bump. It's got a bit of a kink in it, but sometimes riders like that for some reason. I don't know why. Please. Ooh! Yeah! It did it! And it sucks. But, it's something. We can increase the score. Hopefully with the addition of, like, some bendy turns, but I'm gonna really need to open this park soon, because, right now, as it stands, my park needs to open in like a couple of days, at least, because I'm running out of money. Can it do like this little? I think it can. This little bumpy here. Make it a little bit more extreme bump, and then see if people will enjoy that a little bit more. We might be able to get away with that. Giving it all kinds of weird twisty turns and stuff. Let's see what we've got on the good old monitor here. That's not terrible. Did it do any better? It's not really giving me any results. Should only have to run once. Yeah, and then you go whoop, and then you do whoop-de-doop, and then 2.63. So, one of the ways that you can pinpoint where your coaster is doing good and not so good is this heat map here. And let me tell you what, it isn't doing as good as I hoped it would, because apparently my coaster is mega boring in this section, which ain't too hot. It's not so bad around here. Where it goes up like that. Maybe they want it to go like higher. Maybe that's what it is. We're gonna freak people out doing this, but sure, why not? I don't think they'll be I'm thinking. I'm doing a big think right now. Maybe do some like turny bits. So yeah, like I said, I am not the greatest at coaster building. I'm gonna try really hard to make it work, but this may take me some time. There we go. I want to scare people. Sometimes in this game, your little people will get freaked out if your banking or your turns are too much for them. They will sort of like flip and will not be very happy with you. Go down a little bit. I want to have fun, so putting this on a curve actually really helps your score some of the time. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, is that I don't want to remake the whole coaster. I want to make the flow of the coaster go better. So instead of worrying about redoing anything, I'm going to attempt to make the coaster more enjoyable just by like editing some stuff, but we might have to put it on hold for a little bit and open it at like as is, because I don't have much time left to refine this roller coaster. It's still not doing too great. It looks to me like it could use like another incline, maybe, but I'm not really sure. I can't really, like, for drive tires, I can't really do much about that. Can I squeeze a little bit more? Yeah, a little bit more out of it if the exit speed is higher. Because sometimes that'll sort of give you a better score. Eh? It doesn't really look it. Nah. It got worse. It got worse. So I think the culprit is actually where we did the autocomplete. Because we could make this a lot more interesting. Let's see. We don't have much of a choice but to give the people what they want, even if they don't really know what they want, because if I were on this coaster in real life, I would think that this was fun, but apparently it's not fun enough for my little people. So if it ain't good enough for them, it ain't good enough for no one. Let's pull this up. Y'all are gonna get... Oh, that's so expensive. That's really expensive to do. Shoot. Darn it! Thought I could get away with something, but I don't think I can. I might have to forget about it. Yeah, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna work. So instead of that, move this back to 0, and then immediately go up. And I mean like, fucking like we want to scare people. There we go. Riding on the rails of a crazy train, and this train don't stop. This train's ready to kill. And instant death. Yep. Might be a little too tight. Okay. That's a little frightening. Here we go. We're gonna be so poor after this. All my plan and all my ranting about, oh, it'll be fine. We can do it on $10,000. Will be completely for nothing. Ooh, it's too much money. I want to do it twice, so we might. I didn't want to do it. But we might have to do it. Like I'm telling you, we might have to do something, and I'm not explaining, and I'm very sorry. But I'm thinking I'm gonna need a second incline, and I don't know where to put that incline. I'm thinking it should go towards the middle of the roller coaster somewhere, but we really are running out of time and money right now. I could take out a 5K loan, but I don't want to. You can't make me. It's my life, and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure it out really bad. Does that look frightening enough? I'm starting to think it's looking a little too scary, but apparently I don't know crap about what these people want, because nothing I do seems to please them, so we're just gonna kinda make whatever looks like the most horrifying, terrible, janky ride that you've ever experienced in your life. And that'll just have to be it. Alright, brace for what will make or break me, because we've only got $300 left and this park needs to open really badly. That looks alright. Is it awful? 2.73, that might be the best we got. It has to be done. I don't have a choice. Mine train is going to have to open like that. Place entrance. Oh no, it's on the wrong side. Shoot. No. Stop. Edit track. I need to edit the station. I think I wanted to go this way. I think that's right. Right. Start testing it as soon as possible, and then I'm gonna put the entrance like here and the exit over here on the opposite side. There's very little we can do at this point. I'm bleeding money really badly, so something has to open. For queues, let's try to make it like smooth. We'll have a short queue for now because I have to be able to afford this ride. No, it can't be that big. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? It needs to be smaller than freaking 10 meters. Oh my gosh. We're not gonna make it. Okay, emergency plan, and we're gonna have to put one ride next to the other ride, and I hate doing this because it looks cheap and bad. But we're gonna have to put our Disney dreams away, and we're gonna have to realize that we have $100 in the bank right now. And our ride test flight is more exciting than our Gold Fever 3, which stinks. The only other option I have now is like to demolish this and get the money back, but look at how much money I have left over from that. 3K, which it's not. We've been bleeding money. I have messed up this party thoroughly. This is awful. What am I gonna do? I need to make like one main path, and that's probably all I can afford right now. And it can't even look pretty. It just has to be functional. And I hate trading form for function. We've got 66 cents. That's it. That's it, guys. We fucked it up. We fucked it up really good. No. This is horrible. This is horrible. I created the worst mine train ride ever. This is supposed to be like, yay, fun Planet Coaster time, and I've totally messed this up so bad. But that's challenge mode. That's hard mode for you. They don't want you to succeed. But despite adversity, we can freaking try. So instead of me building a path to the thing, we're gonna have to do this the really janked up way, which is literally moving said coaster as close to our current pathway as humanly possible, which is annoying. Same for this. We're gonna have to like stick it right on the edge to save as much money as we can. And we're gonna have to build our paths based on that. Let's see, the queue for this, it has to be like the shortest queue possible. The queue for this, if I can make a queue for it, it's the same case, the shortest queue in the history of forever. And then for pathways, we have to make like the shortest pathway in the history of forever. as direct as possible to the end. We can open it now because the pathways are connected to it, but we're gonna have to do some like sneaky stuff now if we hope to live. So right now we're in a deficit, but our rides are there. Let me check something really quick. Opening time, closing time. I usually put closing time to like 9 or 10 late, and to get in is not $500, $5. And then family. Family. I'm gonna still put it at like, no, you know what? I'll give you guys a tiny bit of a break, but I can't mess around right now. So basically, maybe we'll get people, maybe. If nobody's coming in, then we need to decrease the price on that. So, the sneaky thing we're trying to do is we're trying to charge people to get in. But we need to price it just low enough so they want to come in, but high enough that we're making kind of like a tiny profit. But get used to being in the red because the deficit will continue to rise. Can you please start testing mode? Thank you very much, because it is literally May of year 1 and we are $1,000 in the shitter already. Let's see. I might be able to charge a little bit more now, but I realized what I was doing was wrong. Let's see if they'll pay $5. Oh, they're paying $5. Not $350. Why does it do that? It should default to whatever is lowest. Okay. So this should stay open at all times. Please stay open. Ride pricing immediately. Jack this up. No, $10 is enough. It's only a 2.3 ride. Well, I might be able to jack it up because it's new. Let me see if they'll pay $11 for it. I don't think they will, though. No, they say it's too expensive. How about $9? Will you enter for 9? Do we have any takers? We don't have any takers. Will you enter for 8? This is accounting for inflation, of course. Please go inside. I need to make some money off of my really shitty mine ride. Are you finally going in? At $7, they want to go in. This is $9.50 and getting more. So I'm probably gonna have to sell this shitty coaster, but I'm kind of relying on it right now, which is the sad part. Is I'm afraid to get rid of it because we really are relying on the mine ride at the moment. Which is sad because it could have been like way better. They still think it's like too expensive right now. We're coming out of our deficit though, so that goes to show something. We can't really afford people right now. So our vending options are really low. If we can afford a vending machine, we're gonna get a vending machine, which it's not what we had to do in Classic Planet Coaster, where we had to hire people, but it's something. And I mean, hey, at least people look like they're enjoying the flat ride. Of course, they would enjoy the flat ride more. It has a higher score on it. I'm really sad about my minecart ride. Isn't that awful? I can't believe it's only like worth 2.73 in excitement. That stinks. The only way we could redeem a ride like this is with scenery, which I mean it's a minecart ride. I planned to do terraforming, but there's not really much I can do with this kind of deficit right now. The good thing is that we're like wiggling our way out of it. Gold Fever is actually losing me money. Can I get people to pay me $7.50 for it, or will they just continuously walk away? Please, please. No, they don't. They don't want to get on. Some do, some don't. I need people to fill this ride. And apparently it's still too darn expensive. Can you please get in the line? I know it's not the greatest ride ever, but it does need some attention, please. Wow. Just like whole families turning away. They still think it's expensive. Can I get... I'm like bargaining with the devil right now. Can I get $6? Not $600. $6. $6 to ride the shittiest minecart ride you've ever ridden in your whole life, even though it don't look that bad. It's got loop-de-loops and turns in it. It looks pretty fun, right? Except the game thinks it's shit. So... it needs to be longer. I'm so sad. I'm so sad my minecart ride is this bad. What did I expect from a minecart ride, though, right? This is horrible. I'm just sitting here defeated right now. Okay, little people, they don't wanna come on my ride. They don't wanna come on here. And these people over here, they're just kind of like, yay, this ride is so much fun. Look at this big old line. And these other people are like, wow, this minecart ride freaking sucks. I'm losing money. I don't think they'll pay me anymore to get in, though. Well, yeah. Probably not. Let me try. Let me try $6. They're not turning away yet. They're not walking them to the gate and walking away. So that's a good sign. They're paying their $6 to get in here. Oh, I forgot mechanics. I can't hire a mechanic. Oh wait, no, I can. I can hire a mechanic. Okay, good. Because I don't think it'll let me build anything. I don't think it'll let me build anything without money, but apparently you can hire people. I was like, oh. How could I forget the single most important job in this entire game? Oh dear. Okay. So it is now fixed. It is now fixed. I mean, it looks like they're having fun over here, at least. But, I lost so much money. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. See, I've made several deals with the devil at this point. We're gonna have to, like, sacrifice a baby, to Beelzebub in order to make this park work. Which, I mean, I've done it before. So, maybe we'll get lucky and that we won't have to sacrifice any children to any sort of demon lords, but at this point we're at a deficit of $14,000 and it don't look too good. And this is how challenge mode starts for me every single time. It's always like this. We could do sandbox mode, which, I mean, I could start immediately building my beautiful, wonderful park, but it's nowhere near as gratifying to me as when I can scrape and, like, force the game to give me what I want, which is me, forcing it to, ooh, wait. Monthly park summary. Negative $614, but we got a plus of 4 on the park rating. Forcing this game to make me its king. So let's see. This ride sucks. This ride is not good. It's bad, and it should feel bad, and I feel bad for putting it there. It's making me $0 and 0 cents, and it's just making me bleed money. I don't have much of a choice. I don't want to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, but we have to do it now. And there's no choice. My dreams have been shattered. I hate taking out that $5,000 loan. I really do, because it looks so good. It's like, $5,000 sure would be really good right about now, right, guys? It would be great. I'm poor, so a loan would be like fantastic. That would solve all of my problems. It doesn't. It solves no one's problems, and it's a horrible idea. But here we are. Here we are. So we can afford some of these flat rides, and we need to make money more than we need to be practical. So until we have a reasonable amount of money, this park is gonna look like fresh doo-doo. I don't have much of a choice on that front if we want to milk as many dollars out of these sad humans as possible. No, I shouldn't say that they're sad humans. We want them to be happy humans. Happy fun time. Everybody is happy. Trust me, it'll be great. But yeah, basically I'm gonna buy like as many flat rides as possible. And we're just gonna hook them up like they do at a carnival with wild abandon. And we're gonna build money from that. And when that gets too crowded, too busy, and too much of a pain to handle anymore, then we can start our dream park with the funds that we have amassed from our ill-gotten gains. This also means that we can probably start vending machines. We need at least one food vending machine, which should be like the chief beef, and we're gonna need a drinks machine, which is not the ice cream machine, which you think would replenish thirst, but it doesn't. Ice cream does not. Ice cream is hunger only, so that kind of stinks for us. Did they have like a gulpy machine? Or the vending machines are only food, aren't they? Oh no. Oh no. No, wait. There's milk. So y'all can have milk and burgers. And I guess some hot dogs if you really want, though running this many vending machines also means that I'm going to need janitors, and I'm going to need, path stuff. So, we've got some plain park bins. We're gonna have to slap those down. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how you do it. Just you do it, and you keep the park clean. This, like, park is for babies, and we have to keep our baby park clean. And then we need... Can I afford one more, like, really shitty flat ride? Like, it doesn't have to be great. Swift Eagles is actually really good. For a basic flat ride. Let's exit. So this is about... like, I put it right next to the trash can. This is about all we can do. This is the only way we're gonna be able to save this park, is by systematically employing every dirty trick that I can think of, which means that it's gonna suck for me aesthetically, but it will work for purposes of making us a crap ton of money, hopefully. So basically, the reason why this sucks right now is corporate greed. That's what you can tack it down to. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's see. I'm looking for the exit. Yeah, I need to move that really badly because the exit on this ride is not great. Let's open all of them. And press play button. No, we need at least some kind of scenery. Nature is the easiest way to get scenery points. There's little to no thought involved. You don't need to worry about how it looks. It's just trees. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful trees you can just slap down wherever you want to. In nature, nature's beautiful. People can be like, oh, what a beautiful, natural, loud as heck park because all the rides are so close together. Can only imagine the horrible noise that comes from this park. But it's something. It's not totally lame. It's only a little bit lame. It's kind of like if your grampy had a carnival, it's a carnival or his very first Planet Coaster park. That's probably what it would look like. But here we go. Oh, wow, look. Oh, beautiful. Look at all these rides. So much fun. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Everybody get on these rides. Right freaking now. Okay. Everybody get on my very corporate park. All of the rides. Get all of them at the same time. I don't care. Do we care? We don't care here at this park. Nope. We just want you to ride it. I literally only need you people to give me as much money as humanly possible so I can build my dream park, and that's literally all that this is about. And it sounds as terrible as it actually is. So don't worry. If you think that's horrible, you're not wrong. You're probably a better person than me right now who has more dignity than to build like 4 flat rides and pray. Wow, so wonderful. Look at how beautiful the park is with all its natural greenery. Isn't it amazing? Wow. The queues for these lines don't look so bad now. Maybe you all should spend a ton of money at my park. That would be great. Look at that. Look at that. So, another thing is, we have a lot left to repay. So the park is going to have to operate like this for I don't know how many years. And we need at least like a janitor. We don't need more than one, I don't think. We can have a King Coaster to make people even happier so they spend more money at my cruddy park. And then we can move this because there's still a trash can in the way. There's still a trash can there. So, thankfully, in the clutch, we were able to at least start to make a monthly profit. Which goes to show that even if you have a really great dream, being corporate as heck still gets you by really well. People might not like the park as much, but they sure are having a lot more fun and spending a lot more money. So there's that. Guessing multiple rides have long queue times. Well, I can kind of solve that problem. Let's see. I need you to only launch the ride when it is full. Do not do half loads. Which setting it's really mean because they really encourage the micromanagement, but they set this to like full load. Or no, they said, I'm sorry, I set it to full load. They said it to half load. Yeah, but you need it to be on full load because 90% of the time your park's going to be full of guests and the lines are going to be long. So I think it's actually not the greatest thing of Frontier to set it to half load, but they probably did on purpose. Like to make you do that. So one of my rides broke. My mechanic, wherever he is, should be getting on it. King Coaster, you're not looking very happy. Right, I need a staff building. Well, I don't really need to make my staff building very fancy right now. But King Coaster's looking pretty depressed, and people don't like it when Mickey Mouse looks depressed. So King Coaster can't look very depressed. He needs a staff building. There you go, buddy. So y'all can take like a 10-minute break. You getting a little tired? Okay, so I think that's it because it's been about an hour. This is the beginning of maybe a Planet Coaster series. My mechanic quit. Like, I mean, that's a great note to end on, game. I'll just hire another mechanic. It don't matter. But yeah. So today we discovered that no matter how much you try and how nice your minecart ride is, being a corporate shill will always get you the most chance of making a decent amount of profit. We'll come back to this when all my loans are paid off. How about that? So I'll play until the loans are done, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell if you guys are at all interested in Planet Coaster, because it's really just me rambling about parks for an indefinite amount of time. So maybe we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this, and I will make it my dream park, but it will take some time. But that's it for now. So I hope you guys have a great afternoon, evening, morning, noon, night. This has been Violet from good old Nata Games. Have a great day.